As of Minecraft 1.8, wheat, carrots, and potatoes can now all be farmed without any player interaction, thanks to farmer villagers. This design is both fast, compact, 100% efficient, and can be easily switched between all three plant types. To use this farm, all you have to do is flick this lever, and the plant in the center will get bone mealed by the dispenser on the side here. Eventually this villager will break whatever plant you planted, and the drops will get picked up in this hopper minecart. As the items travel through these two hoppers towards your storage system or just a chest right here, it'll activate this comparator once, and that's going to dispense one seed item. That could be a seed, a carrot, or a potato, depending on what you're growing, and that way the villager can pick it up and replant it, and the process can start all over again. Here are all the materials you will need to build this. So let's start off with a 3x3 in the ground where we want our farm. We're going to place a dirt block in the center and two hoppers facing off to the right here. Now these are your output, so they should go to your storage system, or you could put a chest here. If you want to keep the 3x3, you could put a chest beneath the hopper and have the hopper facing down. Totally up to you. But out of this hopper we want a comparator, and that's going to go into a solid block with a piece of redstone dust on top. In this corner we want our water. Now if you build this design up a block and there aren't blocks here and here, then you're going to want to melt a piece of ice right here so that the water is just floating there. And then lastly we're going to place a top half slab in this corner and then a piece of redstone dust on top of that. Next we want to place a dispenser on the left here facing towards the dirt, and on the opposite side we want to put a dropper, and then in the back here we want a block and two hoppers facing into each other. We can hold shift to do that, and then a comparator coming out here into a solid block, and beneath that is the redstone dust, so it'll power the dispenser right there. On the side of the hopper we can place a block and a lever, and then in the hopper we can put one block and it'll just go back and forth between there and make a little clock, and we can flick that lever to stop it. And then in the dispenser we want bone meal, and in the dropper we want whatever seed item you want to grow. And you can even put a mixture if you want. You can put all three and it'll just randomly grow them, and you'll get a mixture in your output chest. So last thing we want to do here is place a block, iron bars, and then cap this off all around the sides with slabs, and leave the center open so you can drop your villager in from above. Okay, so just a few final things. We're going to put a block here in the center with a rail and a hopper minecart on top. We're going to break that block, break that slab, and just push the hopper minecart so it's up against the iron bar right there. And then we can put our slab back, and we're going to need a farmer villager. So make sure that at the top here it says farmer when you open up his trading inventory. And we're just going to push him in through the top. You might want to use a minecart or something to get him up here to begin with. And we can just drop him right in and then put a slab on top. There we go. And then finally what we're going to do is just take our hoe and till the soil. We can do that right here if we just aim at the dirt, and it'll till it like that. Replace that block, and we are set. This is all set to go. What we can do to start the farm is just flick this lever once so it'll dispense a seed, and he's going to plant that, and then we can flick the lever again and start the clock up, and as soon as he plants that seed it's going to get grown, broken, and all of our drops will get put into this chest or whatever storage system you have set up. Alright, lastly I'm just going to walk through a few quick troubleshoots here in case your farm isn't working. So the first thing you should know is that farmer villagers will take a random amount of time to plant and break these crops. Once they get going they tend to do it pretty fast, but it can take a few minutes for them to start. So just be aware of that, be a little bit patient. And you're going to want to check your clock, make sure it's working properly, make sure these hoppers back here aren't getting powered by anything, so the comparator's going off, and this dispenser's getting activated. Make sure your dispenser has bone meal in it, and make sure your dropper has seed items, seeds, carrots, potatoes, or a mixture of all of those. And then also double check that this block is in fact a top half slab, not a solid block. That's important. And make sure that every time a plant gets broken, this comparator here is going off and a seed item is getting dispensed, and your villager can pick it up and replant it. And if that's all working and your farm still for some reason is not producing crops, then just ask me in the comments and I'll see what I can do to help you out. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.